Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Lenocis cruising. Happy to be here, guys. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Certainly is, and also look at the grid as well. There's a good mixture of cars here to really spice up the action. Like all front engine rear wheel drive cars from a few different continents as well. Americas, Europe, it's only a couple. But overall, it's looking to be like a good night of racing here, Laguna Seca in lovely California.
So the this format that we're using tonight, the S1 Supercars, they are what we're going to be using in Season 6 reboot. So that's going to be very interesting to see. I just realised that I accidentally had my mic muted for that entire time, so I'll just give everybody a quick rundown. So tonight we're in Laguna Seca for what's going to be a great race, 15 minutes qualifying, followed by a 40-minute race. Yeah, is that everything we went over? I think so.
And quali's just begun now.
Quali's just begun? Alright, yes. Well, we'll head across to qualifying then to the track.
Yep, as you can see first out on track, we have Prua in the Obsession Motorsport AMG Mercedes. Lovely livery as always. And down we have Cruisin, our commentator on the grid, in the Gamesman Viper, looking nice with that orange and white paint scheme. Carbon Boy currently sitting in third in the Golf liveried Aston. I think it looks really lovely. Daz 930 in the second Aston Mercedes on the grid. Nice Patronus paint scheme. Dadson there currently P5 with a nice Aston as well, sponsored by Bacchus. Killer on the Loose, P6 in a purple and white Viper. The Viper, a very popular car to be using here today in California. Lucky, currently P7, the fourth of the Vipers in the Melbourne Polytechnic livery. B. Leonard, aka Filthy, here in the Jaguar, I think the only Jaguar on the grid, sponsored by Ammo, Drive and Protect, I believe that's it. P9, we have another Mercedes in Grassy, sponsored by Autobahn, a long-term sponsor of Lucky's Lawn Care Racing in the LLCR group. Knuckles, P10, sorry, in the Fanatec-sponsored Corvette. Relatively new sponsor to the team there, and definitely a good pickup considering how involved they are with Gran Turismo and sim racing as a whole. VF in the red, white and blue Viper, getting some very much American vibes there, or judging by the stripes on it, probably a French flag. A bit contradictory, but that's fine. And round out the back of the grid, we have Debrev in the Gamesman Mustang, another lone car on the grid, and all of them guys here we're going to set some good laps.
Yeah, so just looking up front to Prua now. He's on his first flying lap of the night. The times that we've been seeing at the moment are around low 24s, high 23s. So it'll be interesting to see what the pole time will be tonight. Cruisin's almost lost it there. Almost caught that in the background, but He's still keeping it in a straight line for now. And as Prua comes onto the back straight, onto the pit straight, let's see what time he sets as he comes across the line. And it is a 1:24 flat, which is rapid. He's definitely going to be happy with that time so far.
Definitely a very fast time there from the White Hips driver.
Oh, Lucky goes quicker, 23.8. No, that was, yes, Lucky. I got lost for a second there.
That's alright, mate, that's alright. Definitely was Lucky with a 1:23.8. Currently the only driver in the 1:23s at the moment. Definitely showing the field how it's done.
Nux goes third. They are 1:24.6, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, 1:24.6.
That is what I see as well on my timing screens. I believe you are correct.
I just had to squint a little bit to see it.
Yep, cruising there in P4, our man on the grid, mate. How'd you find your first lap out there?
It's brutal out here. We've got a bit of a crosswind happening. It's the back straight. It's very slippery. But other than that, clear conditions.
Fantastic, mate. Right, I'll leave you with it, mate. Best of luck on your next lap.
Just riding on with Cruisin' as he comes through the final sector now. Getting on the power really early, maximising his exit as he comes into the final hairpin back onto the back straight.
Alright. Also, currently at the corkscrew, we just had two cars off. The obsession cars of Carbon Boy and Prua must have had some sort of coming together. Now they're currently all bunched up together with B. Leonard and what looks to be Kill on the Loose. Yep. That's a bit, I'm not sure what happened there. I just saw a couple of cars spun out.
Lucky! All over the show! Oh, what's happened there from Lucky?
He's probably just gone a bit too deep in the T1, trying to find a bit more speed than what's available, asking too much of the tyre.
Go to the next level racing action replay now for Lucky. And he's just, clipped the grass and he's lost it. Yeah, so unlucky for him. He'll be disappointed with that. But as we head back.
Just going to say as well, VF just climbed up 6 spots into P6 now with a 1:24.7.
That's a quick time for VF.
Knuckles is off. He is off at turn 2, I believe it to be. He's had a moment.
And somebody else is off next to him.
Yep, VF.
Oh, they're all off!
Carbon Boy's gone.
All of them. There was like 3 or 4 cars off there.
Boys, it's only qualifying. Calm down.
Looking back at the next level racing action replay. You can see, Carbon Boy. Who lost it there at first? I couldn't quite see, but it was Carbon Boy who's just lost it and sent it straight into the wall. Lucky for him.
For my action there, mate, I didn't see what happened to Nux. He must have gotten a bit too aggressive on the throttle out turn 3, and VF just all on his own, understeered out wide into the sand. And Carbon Boy just stunned by 2 cars going slow and off track. He just had to back it off and must have lost it there trying to stop.
Yeah, so 9 minutes left in qualifying now. That's time for just a few more laps for these guys. They might have a pit stop in between. It's hard to tell. They might just try and stick it out to the end because the new tyre model, your tyres don't really lose too much pace until they're right at the end of their life. Then they fall off the cliff, and it's like driving on ice.
That is certainly correct. I believe most people are referring to it as your puncher territory, more or less where your tyres get below 10 to 15% of their wear, or left tread left, I should say. The tyres more or less just feel like you've punctured them, it understeers, and you just cannot get the car where you want it to go.
Daz has lost it at the start of the final sector. He's having a very hard time in the gravel trap there.
A few cars here pulling into the pits. Knuckles, Cruisin' and Knuckles all just grabbing a fresh set of tyres. Cruisin', mate, 7P7, mate, how are you feeling so far about it?
It's tough out there with the conditions, but I'd like to get that last flyer in. So.
Yep, definitely, mate, definitely. And what's the plan of attack for the race, mate? Just to settle in and just let the positions come due, or going full attack from the get-go?
It's going to be extended, I think. Nah, just yeah, just keep it clean.
That's all I like to hear, mate. Radio then. We'll leave you with it. Thank you. As we see Pruski going off at the final corner, or just before, I should say. He's taken out one of the boards with him, maybe? No, he has not.
He's done a good job to keep the track infrastructure intact.
Definitely, and the brake boards here are very crucial at Laguna Seca because there are no other points you can use to hit the anchors with. There's sand all around you. It is hard to find your braking mark without those markers on track. And here we see currently the front two LLCR boys of Lucky and Knuckles in the Viper and Corvette respectively. Knuckles about to come across the line to finish his next lap. Stays P2 at a 131. He must have made a mistake that lap.
Am I seeing things, or have Knuckles and Lucky got the exact same qualifying time of a 1:23.884?
Unless our timing screens have a major issue, mate, I think you are correct. Both drivers in different cars.
That is incredible.
It's not very often you see two very different cars for that matter, with the exact same time.
And on pole together.
That, sir, is unbelievable.
Well,
I'll have a corkscrew carbon boy and Lucky if I'm there.
Oh.
There's only probably a bit of animosity there. And out carbon boys held Filthy out wide. Filthy's managed to hold it.
And it looks like Lucky was the initiator in that incident, as he's apologised to Carbon Boy for the unfortunate incident.
That's alright, everyone's come through okay, and this is only qualifying. It's not about where you start, it's about where you finish.
As Lucky comes out of the pits. Oh no, he's exiting back out.
Well, fair few drivers off, just had VF off in the gravel.
And Nux, that is an absolutely blistering time of a 1:23.2.
Whoa!
He's absolutely smashed it by 6/10.
He's really stamped his authority on the field. Him and that Corvette go together like peanut butter and jam, or peanut butter and jelly, as the Yanks might say.
Yeah. And
brilliant
Lucky
job.
Coming out of the pits again.
Definitely. And you know, quite achieved, I just want to say, Pruski in P3, like, that is a brilliant job from him. Well done, mate.
Yeah, he has a very quick time as well, a 24 flat. He'll be very happy with that. It was his first flying lap, but it'll be interesting to see whether he can improve in the later stages of this qualifying. There's less than 5 minutes remaining in this qualifying session.
Speaking of improving as well, something I did not see, our commentator on the track, on the grid, cruising up the P5, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, with the time of 1:24.2.
Last corner.
So good, mate, you're doing well. Just keep it nice and smooth. You'll be fine. Oh yeah. Lucky has parked in the grass. He's done. He can own the challenge pole. Knuckles may have this.
Yeah, there's not long remaining in qualifying. There's only like 2 minutes left. I mean, not 2. What am I saying? There's 4 minutes left.
Going off that, drivers should get enough time for 3, possibly 4 laps, depending on when they cross the line.
And Lucky is set off to the side at the end of sector 1. Maybe he's thrown in the towel for this qualifying session. P2 is a very good result. 1-2 finish for the team there.
Definitely, mate. I would not be mad about that whatsoever.
Krill was just in the gravel. I think he's just overshot the corkscrew there, but he continues on.
Yep, there he does. There he does. Alright, Brewski's coming to the pits. Brewski's coming to the pits to get some fresh tyres. Obviously, those ones will be absolutely covered in sand, and aren't going to be very useful anymore.
As we see Cruisin coming around through sector 2, and we'll just ride on board with Cruisin for now. comes up to the corkscrew, need to ace the braking point. He does, and he gets it turned in. Just controlling the car as it goes over the peak there. Getting onto the throttle very early. Beyond 4. An even quicker lap, improving his current time of a 1:24.2 as he rounds the final corner now. Oh, he's almost lost it.
Well held, son. Well held.
That might be the lap gone though. Yes, it is. Only 4 tenths away from his previous lap time, and I think that's him giving up for the rest of this qualifying session.
You can kind of say as well, the grid here very packed. The gap between P3, 4, 5 and 6 is about 1.5 tenths of a second. That is well and truly close.
Yes, very, very close. And just a minute remains in this qualifying session now. And I believe Prua, he's definitely going to get another lap. I think everyone... Oh, and Prua's off. What's happened there? Into the wall.
Oh, he's called it. He's done. His qualifying's done.
What has happened there? Look to the Next Level Racing action replay, and he's just come up and... Oh, he's on the grass, and it's just ended all sorts of... it's not gone well for him, as he's just got onto the grass there, and yeah, he's ended up in the wall. That's unfortunate for him, but as we head back, and I think half the drivers have ended it, I think. I think they think it's the end of qualifying, but yeah, there's 30 seconds left, but
Grasses is gone! Grasses is gone! Oh, he was qualified P3, he's gone now.
Wait, did he just disconnect?
He just disconnected, he is gone, mate. It was a Lucky's Lawn Care 1, 2, 3.
But should we wait for Grasses to come back?
And these should be the last laps of being completed now. Qualifying comes to an end. Yeah, as we just see Prua do a massive burnout at turn 1.
I'll qualify, qualifying over, but waiting for Grasses.
Yep. And Carbon Boy finishing his lap now, doesn't improve, unfortunately.
Yep. Last car to finish a lap here will be Debrev, coming out last corner now.
Will he improve? That's the big question.
He's holding it on the outside, nice straight line.
No, he does not improve. And I think that's all the car's done. So we just got to wait for Grassies, and then we can continue back. I think we should give Cruisin' bit of an interview now.
While we're doing that, we'll also head down to the LLCR pit garages and ask him what's happened to Grassi and his car, and see if he's still able to make the race, whether or not he's going to be a DNF. But yes, no, Cruisin', mate, lovely job on qualifying. That is a P5 for you, mate. How are you feeling after that?
Relatively happy. Wasn't quite what I wanted, but it was track conditions, like I said, were quite slippery. But yeah, it was all in all pretty good.
Yeah, marvellous, mate. Lovely to hear. That is awesome. So you'll be starting on the outside of the grid for the start of the race. What will be the plan there, mate? You're looking to hold on the outside and try and go a long way around, try and find a few positions, or are you going to cut to the inside as soon as you can and take the short distance around turn 2 or turn 1, shall I say?
I guess I'm going to have to just see who's around me.
Yep.
Going to T1. Yep.
Definitely, mate.
Yeah.
That sounds like a solid plan. Sometimes just go wing it, mate. Definitely. And in the words of our Lord and Saviour Super GT, sometimes just go lick the stamp and send it, mate. Best of luck out there. Now, everyone watching along at home, if you're watching this and thinking to yourself, man, I really want to be on this grid next time they're racing, feel free to jump into our Discord, like, subscribe to the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, I should say. We're looking to do some more stuff with GT7 starting October 16th, I believe the new season will begin, the S1 Supercars Championship. If looking to get part of it, mate, there should be a link in the description, I believe, of this video to our Discord. Feel free to check it out, say good day, and I might be commentating you one day.
Yeah, so we've just got word from Nux on Grassies, and he is on his way, and he will be starting from the back of the grid, which is really unfortunate, as he got that P2, but unfortunately network issues with this game, and he's had to start at the back of the grid.
Definitely,
so
it's unfortunate, but if he's got a car to qualify at the front, he can definitely make his way to the front. He's just going to have to do the race the hard way and see what he can do from there. But I'm sure everyone here watching home would rather see someone go from last to third than go from third to third. So I'm keen to see what Grassies can do from the back.
Any minute now, surely.
But while we're here, we might as well talk about you know, real world motorsport events. We've got the Bathurst 1000 coming up in a couple of weekends time. What's everyone's pick for the race so far? I know it's early to call, but feel free to chuck in the comment section there what you feel the outcome's going to be. But Lenocis, Cruz, and I put it to you guys, who do you reckon's going to be fighting for the win at the mountain?
I reckon SVG is always up there. I reckon it's going to be repeat of last year, SVG and Mostert, fighting for that win. Give us another good race, you know?
Oh, certainly. Cruising, mate, what are your thoughts?
I reckon Wheel's probably going to be up there in the Penske Shell.
Yeah,
Ford, Mustang, whatever.
definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Those, DJR cars are definitely powerful, and they're going to be running in a tribute livery for the Bathurst 1000 for their 1000th race, which should hopefully inspire them to go long, go hard, and bring home the chocolates at the end of the day. Yeah.
All right, so Grassie's hat's returned, so race start starting in a second.
Grassies appears to he must still be in the pit garages. I do not see him on the track as of yet.
Just says someone's still on the side.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the way. There we go.
It's working?
Wait a minute. No.
Oh. Well, somebody might need to tell Grassies that he might have to leave. Maybe, because I don't know. Why does this always have to happen when we're right on the edge of?
Yep. Grassies is in the pit lane. He is about to come on track.
Oh, okay, I'll try.
Yep. I'll let you know when he's out of the pit lane, but I can see him there. He is at his pit garages. Cruising. If you wanted to chuck a message, let him know to come on track and make sure that he's definitely in the.
We got it.
All right, it's starting. Race starting. Here we go, guys.
All right. Best of luck to all our drivers.
And we are underway. And it's Nux who gets off to a good start, and Filthy trying to go down the inside of Daz, and there's contact.
Oh, they're three wide at the back.
Lots of contact. Oh, and who's lost it? Oh,
VF is off. He's off. He's gone. He's come back on though. He's fine. Oh, he's hit the Brev. The Brev has gone wide. It's fine. Everyone's still there. Settle in, boys. So VF definitely the major loser there. He has got damage on the front end mirror of that car. It's okay. It's okay, it's only the start of the race. Grassy is off, Debrev's off. Oh, there's been chaos there. Oh my word. Damage to both cars there, the Mustang and the Merc of Debrev and Grassy's respectively.
That's unfortunate.
Now to the front now, the top three of Knuckles, Lucky and Prua has seemed to pull away from Daz, Cruisin, Dadson in the second train, 4, 5 and 6. Carbon Boy, Killer on the Loose and B Leonard aka Filthy, 789 currently the third train. Oh, Carbon Boy has been overtaken by Killer. Oh no, he's gone wide. Oh, Killer's lost it. Oh, he's came back on the road. Lost positions, but he's still racing. Cruising, going for a pass on Dadson, round up the inside, I should say, of T1. He's made it stick. Lovely pass there, mate. Lovely pass. Oh, but
Dadson goes for a second bite. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there, but Cruising holds on and holds the position.
Yep. But already Knuckles still in authority, nearly a 1 second gap in 1 and a bit laps. That is unbelievable.
Back up the front to Nux, who does have the lead ahead of Lucky and Prua. Prua's holding his own with these guys, just tagging along at the back of this group.
For the most part, all these guys here still very much close together. Going back, what, P4, 5,
oh,
6.
Somebody's lost it. Oh, who's that? Is that VF? VF's off.
VF is off again. Oh no.
Oh, this is not the start you wanted.
Debrev's got engine damage. He is gone.
Where's Debrev? What position? Oh,
P12.
12.
He is at the back. He is in no man's land. He must have had a massive accident somewhere there.
Yeah, that's not what you want at all.
Yep. But it's okay, gents. Still a long race ahead. Just settle in. Grass is in P10. He's made up a little bit of ground. I think he's had a moment there because he was originally fighting around P8, P7. He must have had an off as well somewhere.
He had the contact with Debrev, I think, on the opening lap.
Okay, yep, they'll do it, definitely.
But Grassy's does get the fastest lap with a 24.3, which he is flying. He's fastest man on track at the moment.
He is going for gold in that Mercedes. Channeling his inner Lewis Hamilton and trying to get in there.
Just going to ride on with Lucky as he tries to chase down Nux at the moment.
I'm watching a nice battle pack here between Daz, Dadson, Carbon Boy and B Leonard. Currently all separated by approximately 1.5 seconds. They are going hammer and tong, those gents.
Yeah, they're very tight back here.
And you see, Knuckles has backed off a bit or made a mistake. Lucky is now on the back of him, half a second gap, well and truly in slipstream range. Nux could be under threat here. Peruski still sitting in a comfortable P3. He's broken away from the rest of the field. He is very much in a race of his own, just going for the podium, picking up a scraps for 2 LLCR gents in front of him, get a bit argy-bargy. Lovely work.
Yeah, Prue is absolutely making a statement tonight. He says, I can compete with the quick guys up front, and he is doing that today, sitting in a nice P3 ahead of Cruisin, Daz and Dadson. He did get placed in Division 3 for this season, but if he continues to put in performances like that, I wouldn't count him out, seeing him towards the pointy end of a lot of his races.
A little bit further back in the pack here, I can see Dadson, Carbon Boy and B Leonard. They are getting nose to tail through the corkscrew, and I have to hold my breath every time because you never know at some point if someone's going to get just absolutely sent to the shadow realm by accident, of course, but these gents
Oh,
are
Carbon Boy goes for the move on Datsun. Oh, he almost makes it stick. That was very brave. Very, very brave. But he gets the run down the back straight, and he's side by side now. Can he make the move stick? No, he pulls out. That's probably the best decision there. But oh, he was very, very brave into the last corner. And we'll just go to the next level racing action replay there. And yeah, he's gone to stick it down the inside, and he's almost made it work. But yeah, that's unfortunate. But he actually, he's just sitting behind Datsun, waiting for another chance, another opportunity now. But I think this battle is far from over.
No, I certainly agree there, mate. These cars are all very close together, all very well matched. 3 British manufacturers going at it.
Yeah, Datsun, Carbon Boy, and Filthy, very nose to tail as they head up the hill down into the corkscrew.
And if these guys keep fighting, Grassy's behind them, and P9, he is making ground on them, so he could very much get involved with this battle very quickly.
Yeah, I wouldn't count Grassy's out. He's made up a position since last time we were with him. But oh, somebody very wide. Oh, Carbon Boy. Oh, he's gone around the outside and he's almost lost it, but he keeps it in a straight line. He's going to get another overtaking opportunity. Oh, Datsun's wide. Datsun's wide.
That's Filthy. That's Filthy.
Filthy?
Yeah, Filthy. Datsun's up to the road a bit. He is going clear of these guys. Filthy went a bit wide there. Grice is going as well. They're on the T1. Oh my word.
That's come out of nowhere.
That is magnificent driving. Grassy's going on the sand. He is absolutely hammering the absolute bugger out of that car. My word.
And Datsun just ahead of Carbon Boy and Grassy's now. Grassy's got lots of pace and he goes down the inside of, around the outside of Carbon Boy. Can he make it stick? Yes, he's got it done. That's a good move from Grassy's. Just gets the run out of the corner. We'll look back on the next level racing action replay at that one.
He is in tune with that car, Grassy's. He knew the mission and he is completing it well.
As we come down into the corkscrew, and oh, Grassy's is wide, very offline. Can Carbon Boy take the position? No, he just holds on for now. But these guys once again are nose to tail.
Oh, Filthy's off! Filthy's off!
Oh,
wait, Killer's on all. Killer's spun. Killer on the loose. Spun. Oh,
what's happened there?
Very much a repeat. Filthy and Killer are pretty much in tandem. Difference is Filthy held it, Killer did not. Very unfortunate there from the purple and white Viper driver.
That's really unfortunate, but that's racing and they get back to it. Killer on the loose as he crosses the line now. Finds himself in 10th position ahead of VF.
Yeah, can I just say as well, we're 7 minutes into this race, and everyone's still fighting like it's on lap 1. You'd think at this point here, everyone would be settling in, sticking to their lines, just making their way to the halfway mark to the pit stop. But everyone's still going, hammer and tong, getting positions, racing to their heart's content, and I love to see it. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, we still have 30 minutes left in this race, so there's lots of time for mistakes to be made and positions to be gained. As Grassy's is just closing in on Datsun now. Grassy's is only looking forwards at the moment. He's finds himself in P7. He was P11 a few laps ago. He's on the move. Possibly the fastest man on track at the moment. But Lucky does hold the fastest lap.
Definitely. Lucky has it the fastest lap of 1:24.0, which is a magnificent blistering time for race pace. That is not far for his qualifying time.
Yeah, exactly. As we see Grassy's, he might get an overtaking opportunity. No, he must have had a small mistake at the final corner, but we have another battle pack forming here for 6th position, that is. Datsun leading, Grassy's leading Carbon Boy.
Yeah, two different cars here, Aston, Merc Aston. Very similar cars. The Aston, definitely the better sounding one of the lot. I'm not biased at all. Wait, the Aston itself should be a bit more, bit better on its fuel and pretty stable, but the Merc should be something you can catch quite easily if you were to make a mistake, as we've seen with Grass and a few moments at the corkscrew and whatnot. He's been able to save it, keep position and carry on.
Yeah, Grasses is right under the rear wing of Dadson as they come through the corkscrew. Might get the run, might be able to make a move. Goes for the late apex as they come through here. Onto the final sector now. And he might have a look into the final corner. He's right on the back of Dadson.
Yep.
No, he doesn't make a move, but he needs to get a clean run out of the final corner. And he does, but also he's under pressure now from Carbon Boy.
Wowee. Dadson there sort of lazily defending, giving like sort of like a half a gap there for Grasses to use, sort of enticing him, but not enough.
He's very tight. I thought he was going to run up the back of Dadson there, but he doesn't.
Showing his confidence on the brakes, definitely.
Just jumping up the front now to Lucky and Nux. Their gap is still about the same. They've done a good job today. They're in a race of their own at the moment, leading Prua by about 10 seconds at the moment. So yeah, they should run away with this, but it'll be an interesting race towards the end here to see who gets the win.
Definitely. Luckily for all the drivers out there today, there's no rain on the radar. It should be nice and sunny the whole day around. These boys here can just go as hard as they want. There is no threat of any sort of wet weather driving, which, believe me, would be a horrible thing to happen at this track.
Yeah, so Dadson, Carbon Boy and Grassies are just sitting in this battle pack once again as they round the final corner. They're closer than they were last lap, the three of them.
Yep.
If Grassies gets a good run here, he could be on for an overtaking opportunity into turn 1 on Dadson, and he's tucked up into the slipstream.
Simultaneously though, you've also got Carbon Boy who's ready to pick up any scraps, so Grassies has to be very smart about this. If he don't go for a move, he has to make it stick, because if it doesn't, Carbon Boy is going to see a gap, go for it, and he's going to end up losing a position rather than gaining one. So Grassies, I wouldn't be surprised if he's very patient here. So we're just settling in, looking, analysing Dadson's lines, where he's braking, where he's strong, where he's weak. And
he goes for the move!
Oh my word!
He got past, he's done him in turn 2.
That is not a regular overtaking spot. That was magnificent, Grassies.
We'll have a look on the next Liberation action replay, and Dadson was just offline a little bit, and Grassies has taken the opportunity and just centered on Dadson. That is a spectacular move, but he finds himself in P6, made up 5 positions in this race so far. Oh wait, 6, sorry, because he started P12 I believe, and P6 now. This has been a spectacular drive from Grassies so far. Can he catch Daz, who is 4 seconds down the road? That's the big question. He's released from Dadson and Carbon Boy now, so we'll see if he can keep that forwards momentum and push and maybe get a podium. Could be on the cards for Grassies tonight.
Yep. Carbon Boy there poking the nose at Dadson, but they felt better of it. Snuck back in. But he's going to have a good run here down the straight.
Right up the rear wing now. Might get an overtaking opportunity into turn 2.
Definitely, he's there. He's going to hold position for now. Wasn't close enough on that occasion, but he's definitely got Dadson on watch.
Dadson slightly offline there, but yeah, we're rounding. We've got 25 minutes left in this race. Some guys are going to be starting to think about pit stops now, or within the next few laps, the next 3 laps. I would expect a lot of people to duck into the pit lane, and maybe Carbon Boy might be using maybe the undercut or the overcut to try and get Dadson out here, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. While we're in this opportunity here, we're in like a lull of the race, everyone's sort of settled down looking forward to the next pit stop. Might take the opportunity to have a little chat with our driver on the grid. Cruising, you there, mate?
Yes.
Yes, mate. How you feeling you're going so far, mate? Sitting in a nice P4, well done. How's the car feeling, mate? Let me know. Tell me your thoughts. about the car?
Car's feeling pretty good. So I'm starting to get a bit of tyre wear now, but other than that, it's just trying to hang in, keep the podium place inside, but it's difficult.
No,
Seeing a
definitely.
very nice P4 at the moment. The podium is definitely on the cards for you at the moment. With only a 3-second gap to Prua, you just need to keep that Ford's momentum, and we could be seeing you at the podium celebrations tonight.
It's not very often we have a driver on the grid, so I'm taking this opportunity every chance I get. It's a very, it's a very unique part of racing that really in Australia we haven't seen since what, the mid-90s in the old V8 Supercar days. I'm sure most of you remember. Well, Lenocis and I probably would not because we were not alive. Not trying to make everyone here feel old, just passing out facts. And also, looking at the front here, Lucky must have made a mistake. The gap between P1 and 2 is now 2.5 seconds. What has happened there?
Yeah, I think it's just edged itself out, maybe a 1/10 or 2 every lap. That minute differences, they add up over the course of a race distance or even a half race distance as we're seeing here. But yeah, Lucky is just, he's going to have a lot of work to do in the second stint if he wants to tag onto the back of Nux and maybe go for the race win. But both of them having a spectacular race so far, very dominant in their cars.
Definitely, they're doing a great job. 2 different cars as well at the front of the field. Actually, really, the top 4 are all, oh, sorry, top 3 are 3 different cars, I should say. And we've got 3 manufacturers in the top 5. 4 different manufacturers in the top 7. Like, it's not very often you see a grid of cars as diverse as this, or mixing with each other. And it's honestly lovely to see.
Yeah, it really highlights the strengths and weaknesses of each car. As you see the Merc, which is a very stable car, which follows the philosophy of slow and steady wins the race. It's good in its fuel, good in its tyres. Compared to a car like the Corvette, which is really thirsty, but on its day it can be blistering quick. And as another driver, on one of those days, you're never going to be able to even get close to a car like that when it is on its day, or a driver like that on their day.
Yep. Just listening to Nux as going past our commentary box, it does appear that he is very much being very gentle on the gearbox. He is shifting it very low on the rev range. He must be saving tyres and fuel. Which, to pull out a gap like that while also being what sounds to be pretty conservative, he's doing alright. We have our first person in the pits, Cruising, coming on in. We're going to get a fresh set of tyres, fill up a tank, and go hard to the end.
Yeah, 22 minutes remaining in the race, and Cruising hoping to get an undercut on the drivers in front. That would be Prua. It's a 4-second gap as they enter the pits, I think, so we'll see how much the undercut actually gains him when Prua decides to tip it into pit lane.
The right-hand side of my car was absolutely knackered.
Yeah, I was watching that cruise, and I was going to say your tyres might punch you soon, but you've come to the pits, you've given a fresh set now, mate. Well done. Hopefully you should be able to keep it nice and smooth to the end, and the car should be able to treat you well and not give you any grief for the last stint of the race.
So just an update on Grasses. He's halved the gap to Daz here. There's only a 1.8 second gap down the road to Daz. It was just over 4 seconds before, so Grasses still with that forward momentum, pushing to try and get that podium tonight, as Lucky and Nux are into the pits now.
Yep, Lucky there on the way in. He was a bit loose. He has damage on the front side of his car. He must have hit the wall somewhere prior to coming to the pits.
Daz as well, and Grasses, they're all in this lap.
Daz though with the fuel save, 43 litres, mate. That is good of him. That should hopefully find him a few tenths of a second on Pruski. The worst one, what currently at 37. Generally, the fuel is pretty well even. Everyone must be on a very similar strategy, just saving fuel but still maintaining a good pace to maintain track position.
So we're going to tag along with our man Cruising now, see how much of an undercut he can get, potentially take the position from from Prua here. If the undercut is strong enough, we'll have to wait and see as Nux is out, followed by Lucky. And we'll see if Cruisin can get the undercut. I don't see Prua yet, but he might be down around the bottom. Yes, he's definitely...
I can see Grassi's. Grassi's gone for the overcut and made a stick. He's in P5 now.
Oh my. This is not what you want to see as Cruisin. You've lost 2 positions here to Daz and Grassi's. That's really unfortunate. He must have had a really tough time getting those tyres up to temperature, but it is now.
But something I will say as well as Cruisin, he took on a lot more fuel on that pit stop, so he's going to have the ability to go a lot harder, a lot faster for this last part of the race. So although the gap may be 3.5 seconds to Grassi's, I wouldn't be surprised if Grassi's very much just takes it easy, very much is smooth, and just doesn't want to use the tyre and the fuel too much. Just try and make it to the end, which is going to invite Cruisin back in, more or less, just dropping qualifying lap after qualifying lap. So towards the end of the race here, Cruisin and Grassi's could be nose to tail going at it, and I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, so just over the halfway mark now. We're going to have a very interesting... Oh, Grassi's is off! Grassi's is off!
Oh no!
Oh. That is not
like
what
that,
you want to see.
Cruisin, mate, he is now 1.5 seconds behind, less than that now, 1 second behind. Grassi's has just absolutely made a mare of it and is now under massive threat from Cruisin. As you see, Dobrev coming to the pits with 11 litres of fuel, and can I just say, his front driver's side tyre, if he drove on that for another lap, I don't think the tyre would have made it. He has absolutely destroyed that thing.
So looking on with Grassi's and Cruisin now, this battle shaping up, and it looks like that gap is closed down to 7/10 now. It's getting lower and lower and lower as they round this corner, and Cruisin very far offline, but he makes it stick, losing just a little bit of time there, but he's keeping up the pressure on Grassi's. Doesn't want to lose touch.
I'm not sure if it's a glitch or not, but Pruski may have just had enough.
Oh, and he's lost the podium position.
Oh, what's happened here?
Is he struggling getting back on track?
Oh, he's gone. Oh no.
Oh, you hate to see it. A disconnect. And
the guys at Obsession Motorsport must be absolutely shooting themselves. Oh
yeah,
no.
I apologise to the viewers. I was on Prua when he disconnected, and now my scoreboard has gone absolutely crazy.
I am also in the same boat, mate, don't worry. There is now appears to be a gap between position 4 and 5. Position 4.5, if you will. Yes, so that's alright, it's okay. The viewers at home can still see
vaguely what's going on.
They can see enough, that's the main thing. Cars on track are still racing, they can see the totem. Currently, so now that moves Daz up into the podium spots, but Grassi's and Cruisin, they are making ground. They have found roughly about a second, in the last lap. So,
yeah,
this podium is not set yet.
The gap between Daz and Grassi's is going to be lowering as they continue on. Grassi's has his forward momentum, finds himself in P4 now. Started last on the grid in P4. This is going to be an absolutely magnificent drive from Grassi's if he can pull this off.
Oh, Daz has had enough! Oh my god! The gap is closed up significantly now.
One second between them now. This podium is on.
Place your bets now, gents. Daz, Grassi's, Cruisin. Who's finishing P3? Of course, us here in the comm box are rooting for our driver on the grid. Cruisin, mate. Bring it home, buddy.
There's a lot of action in front of me. I'm sweating you.
It's all good, mate. Just sell in. Still a long race ahead. To finish first you must finish. Just wait for the gap to come to you.
As they come through turn 2 now. Grassi's right on the back of Daz. Only a 3/10 gap. The pressure getting too much for Daz now. Grassi's right under the rear wing, only 2/10 between them. As they fly around turn 4.
There is about 3/4 of a second covering these three cars. That is astounding.
This is anyone's podium. Womble in the chat is backing Grassy's for 3rd position.
I'm surprised Womble didn't say he was going to get 3rd position himself. Very
As they
much a
head up
Womble.
through the corkscrew now. This is where Daz had his mistake last lap. Let's see. And oh, Grassy's almost in the back of Daz. But he keeps himself away from Daz. And oh! Grassy's a little bit offline there. I thought he was
stuck their nose up.
Yeah, this is a very, very tight battle pack for 3rd now.
And something I will say as well, do not count out Filthy, only 5.5 seconds behind. If these three there really start fighting each other, Filthy's in there. He's in with a shot at podium.
Yeah, and Cruisin goes down the inside of Grassy's. Can he make the move stick?
Oh, he
gets past. He gets past Grassy's, and now he's on for the podium.
Oh yes, now there we go. Cruising is now in a Mercedes sandwich, and he's holding position quite well. Because of that fighting, Filthy P6 has made up about 3/4 of a second from the start finish straight to now. He is not out of this yet. Just checking up the front here. Yeah, Filthy.
Just sitting 4 seconds behind now. He could make up the ground and get a surprise podium, but we'll have to wait and see. As Cruisin almost loses it, but he keeps in a straight line right under the rear wing, and he goes for it. Goes for the move. Oh, he doesn't quite make it stick, but oh my.
Great racing, gents. A lot of respect shown
And look,
there. Well
Grassy's
done.
might go for a move now. No, he's not quite alongside. He dives down the inside. No, he thinks twice about that move. And we'll just have a look on the Next Level Racing action replay. That move that wasn't to be. And he's just snuck between the curb and Daz there, but doesn't make it stick. And
Cruising, a bit loose, but he's held it. Cruising, just making sure the viewers get their money's worth.
Yeah.
Now I'll leave you to look at that for a second there, Lenocis, but I'm going to double check with the guys at the front who have pulled out a 25-second gap. That is massive.
In a league of their own, Lucky and Nux today, and Nux has pulled out almost a 4.5-second gap on Lucky, so Nux looking to be the favourite to win tonight's race.
Oh, I completely agree with that one. It's definitely his race to lose at this point. He hasn't got to do much else other than just drive consistent laps. Same with Lucky. He has got P2 locked up. He'll have to have a major...
And Cruisin goes through! There's 3 wide!
No.
There's contact! And Grassy's and Cruisin are gone! No! We'll have a look at... Cruisin can't keep it in a straight line. That is a lot of contact there. Cruisin just goes down the inside, and then Grassy's tries for his move as well, and there's contact, and it all ends badly there.
Now what it does do for Daz, he's now got a 2.5-second gap to Grassy's and P4. He can now start relaxing again, start finding his rhythm, and just start to pull away again. Hopefully should be able to keep himself out of harm's way and without any sort of hassle from behind for the rest of the race. But take note now, B Leonard Filthy in P5 right on the back of Grassy's, mate. He is in for a good result here. Do not discount him just yet.
11 minutes remaining. Filthy can get this move done on Grassy's. Grassy's on the dirty tyres now. As they head up the hill, about to come up to the corkscrew. There's just over a second gap now, but I'm sure Filthy will want to close that gap right up before the end of the race.
Now, Lenocis, if you need another battle pack to have a look at temporarily, may I present to you P7, P8, Dadson, VF separated by less than half a second going into the corkscrew. These guys are going for it.
Yeah, definitely. As we see them coming through the final sector now, VF wanting to make as many positions as possible. He found himself at the back of the pack after lap 1. I think he was sitting in 11th, and now finds himself in 8th. So made up a couple of nice positions, and he might have a move on Dadson as we come up to turn 1.
He's got a good
3 tenths
run.
behind. Viper has great straight line speed, but mustn't have had the greatest of exits as Dadson just holds himself in front now.
Another battle is also very enticing. The battle for P10, Debrev and Carbon Boy, also very close together.
Yeah, as they come up to the corkscrew now.
Definitely, they are having a good run there. Mustang versus Vantage V8. Both cars are running pretty even.
Final sector. 9 minutes remaining in this race now. We'll just ride on board with Carbon Boy for a hot minute.
Yep, something I will say as well, Grass is right on the back of Daz. There is nothing between these guys. Grassy's maybe going for a movie pretty soon. The podium is definitely not settled yet. Oh, Cruising's off! Cruising's off! Oh no!
Carbon Boy makes the move on Debrev.
Oh. Cruising unfortunately had an off now, down in P8, had a little bit of a moment there coming to the front straight, mate. Hold it, son, you're doing well. Still got time in this race, just fell in.
Oh, Carbon Boy's disconnected.
Carbon Boy, oh my god. He's stopping on track, oh my god. No, he's still going. Oh.
Is he?
No, he's lap traffic. He was letting, he got blue flags when the...
Oh, okay.
No, Carbon Boy, mate,
got
we
back
salute you.
past him? I'm not too sure about that one, but they remain on. As Daz and Grassy's. They head up through the corkscrew now. Grassy is still looking for that podium. Started back of the grid. Finds himself on the back of Daz for what could be a potential podium.
Yeah, I would not have thought at the start of this race, after Grassy's disconnect, they will still be looking at a possible LLC podium.
Goes around the outside. He tries it around the outside at the second to last corner, and he gets it done. Oh my, what a move!
Indeed!
He's pulled down Daz's pants, absolutely, and oh my gosh, he's made a laughing stock of Grassy's there. So you go to the Next Racing action replay, and he's just made his way around the outside, and oh, Daz. Oh, how have you let that happen?
He got absolutely fooled there.
And all of a sudden, Grassy's is into the podium places. Who would have called this at the start of the race?
Honestly, mate, if I had placed a bet on Sportsbet, the odds would have been pretty high.
It looks like Womble's prediction for Grassy's in third is coming to fruition. But also, Womble reckons that he's going to take
Dadson's spun, Dadson is off, VF is off. VF
it's all gone down.
Cruising now, possibly on for a P6, back to where he was before. Oh my. VF's currently nursing damage, he's going to be a bit slow going into the corkscrew. Dadson. Oh, sorry, VF, I should say before. Dadson, currently with engine damage, his car has had a major impact. He's going to be going slow for a little bit. Thankfully, he's got a nice 18-second gap to Killer behind him, so that's alright.
Dadson had such a good qualifying and start of this race. It's unfortunate to see him drop back through the pack, but he'd be really disappointed with his race so far. He showed us at the start of this race that he was able to keep pace with the quick guys. He was sitting in 4th for a long while, but fortunately, that's all got away from him.
That's racing, unfortunately. Some days you have a good one, some days it's just not your day.
Yeah, and Grassy's now making that gap to Daz. 2.3 seconds, and he's closed up the gap to Lucky just a little bit. Only a 24-second gap to Lucky now. So Grassy's is on and is absolutely rapid at the moment.
He is going like nothing's going to stop him. Yeah, something I do want to say as well. It appears we got like another retirement this race. Carbon Boy appears to be stopped on the front straight there. Might be having some sort of mechanical issues. Might be just some local yellows away there, just so everyone knows to not go too wide onto the front straight. But unfortunate, but we've still got 10 runners in this race, still going as hard as they can. This race is not over yet, gents.
4 minutes left on the clock. This is, I think the podium is pretty much settled, but anything could happen. An off at this point in the race could be detrimental to Grassy's as they come past Carbon Boy. Might be a hardware issue or something similar.
Definitely.
But the engine's exploded.
I'm sure we'll head down to the Obsession Motorsport garage end of the race there and find out exactly what caused that.
Yeah, this has not been a good day for Obsession. Losing 2 drivers to a DNF tonight.
Very unfortunate, but that's okay. They'll come back in the main season strong, I am sure of it.
Yeah, for sure. Talk of the paddock today, though, is Nux. He's got a 13-second lead to Lucky. This is an absolutely incredible drive from Nux today as he comes up to overlap Killer, who's about 5 seconds down the road at the moment. But yeah, Nux absolutely flying tonight.
With the pace he's had since the get-go, Nux could have run this race in reverse. He has been doing magnificently since the lights went out.
Yeah, he's got the fastest lap too with a 1:23.7, which if I recall correctly is only 4/10 away from his qualifying pace. So as race pace, a 1:23.7 is absolutely flying, rapid.
I can guarantee you, Lenocis, I'm not sure about you, but me, I could not match that pace. That is absolutely astonishing.
As we look back, and Daz under threat from Filthy now. He could lose even his P4. It's all falling apart for Daz tonight.
Yep, so I point out as well, Grassy's, Lucky and Daz are all on the fuel light here. They could be cutting it relatively fine.
Yeah, well, with 3 minutes remaining, it's going to be a tight one for these guys.
But Filthy here, he has got fuel to burn. He's going to be going as hard as he can, making sure Daz feels his presence. As soon as the gap opens up, I wouldn't be surprised if Filthy puts his car there.
Yeah, definitely. Daz, he's driven a good race tonight, but just this second stint has seemed to be... Oh! And who's that? That's Grassy's is off! Oh!
Oh, the podium isn't set yet, boys.
It's still on, it's still on! 6/10 to Daz.
And Grassy's going to have very dirty tyres here.
He
He's
might
going to be
go
very
for
slow.
the move into the corkscrew. No, he can't. But this is a 3-way battle for the podium with 2 laps remaining. It's looking like maybe just one more.
I believe it'll be the final lap coming up for 3rd, 4th and 5th, Grassy's, Daz and Filthy respectively.
Yeah, Nux and Lucky are going to get one more, but Grassy's, Daz and Filthy, it's on. They're going to have one more crack at the lap. Or they might get 2. Maybe. It's going to be very, 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 very tight. Oh, Grassy's in the wall. Is he disconnected?
Oh no, Grassy's had... Oh no. He's
Oh, what's happened there? Is he gone?
Oh, no. I think it's lag. He...
Oh,
something has gone very haywire.
oh wait, what is happening? No, he's gone. Oh my, who could have written this? Daz is back on for the podium. Oh my.
As well. I should have money on it.
A minute remaining.
He is less than a second away from the podium.
It's not over till it's over. Daz, this has been a roller coaster of emotions for Daz tonight. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But still under threat from Filthy.
Knuckles about to cross the line. P1 for him. 17 seconds on P2, mate. Great drive from him. Well done.
Looks like my clock is out by about 30 seconds, which is a little bit unfortunate, but Yeah.
It's okay. It's all good. Lucky about the cross the line in P2.
That's a great drive from him. We look back to Daz and Filthy. It looks like Daz is going to come home with the podium.
Yep. Daz got a bit of traffic in front of him. Hopefully doesn't cause him too much grief with 1 corner to go.
And Filthy just sitting about a second off the back now.
Yeah.
As he gets a good... Oh, we did contact from the back marker! Oh, Filthy's going to get the run!
Killer's gone as well.
Oh. But it's third for Daz, fourth for Filthy. Brilliant races from those guys. And VF comes home to take P5. Who would have written this up at the start of the race? Lap 1 found himself in 11th, but VF comes home to take 5th. And cruising in P6.
Well done,
and
cruising,
last
mate.
on track, it's Dadson in 7th position.
Yes, also finished the Brev P8, Carbon Boy P9, and a few disconnects there in Grassy's Prua.
And
I believe that was it.
A few more still. Oh no, they're all done. And they've all crossed the line. So that is a great race.
So there's your winner, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Knuckles from Lucky's Lawn Care Racing absolutely stomps the field. Absolute weapon.
Just right on board with Cruisin' for the moment, and we'll just have a chat about that race. How you feeling about that one, Cruisin'?
Well, not the greatest. Just made a mistake.
That's okay. A P6 is still pretty good.
It was all just a bit hectic. I tried to slip in, but Ratchet's been so close behind me. So I knew I wasn't going to go around the outside, but there was no space for me to clip back behind Daz. So, yeah, obviously I threw it as short straw in that little pedal pack.
Yeah, did you have fun though?
I did, yeah. It was a great race. It was probably a little bit ambitious, but what can you do?
Cruising, mate. Muffin Man here, buddy. Well done. P6 in the end there, mate. Well earned results. Buddy, how'd you find the race, mate? Buddy, any sort of positives and negatives you can pull from that?
I think there's a bit of both in there. A few mistakes I made. If I could redo it, I'd do it differently, for sure. Yeah. You're going to have to peel those tyres off that wiper, but there's nothing left.
Yep. I very much imagine your tyres look very similar to Lewis Hamilton's at the British Grand Prix from a couple of years back, you know, just absolutely distraught. But
it was corner exits were just crossed up and coming out, you just get the tail out and so much fun. Venkies, it was just that Venkies style every corner.
well, mate, if anything, it's style points. Well done.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, Muffin, who was your driver of the day? We'll get some driver in the day comments as well. Who do you think drove the best tonight?
Driver of the day, even though disconnected, I'm going to say Grassy's. Like, up until that point, he had drove a magnificent race from the back of the grid at the podium, absolutely having a magnificent time there. That'd be my driver of the day.
Yeah, I think I have to go the same. Grassy's started P12 and finished P12 and finished in well, he didn't finish, but he was on track to finish in a nice P3. But fortunately, the disconnect held him back. But yeah, it was unfortunate that the game can't provide us a stable platform. But we roll with the punches, and in a way, that's racing. It happens.
I'm going to have to give as a driver, I think, Grassy's driver day as well. Just the pressure that he was giving me was just immense. Like, he had pace on me, even when he was behind me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'd miss an apex and he was just like, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone watching at home, I should say. Hope you all enjoyed that. Definitely, I can see a few driver of the day votes in there. I can see Grassy's, Womble, of course, definitely. Womble is definitely driver of the day.
Yeah, Womble deserved it.
A vote there for Pruski, from Pruski. By the looks of it, Jimmy sending some praise to Filthy, which another driver I want to give a good bloody shout out to. He drove magnificently there and was on the hunt for a podium at one point. Did really well.
Yeah, so what a race. That was a lot of action, especially towards the latter half of the race. We always had those battle packs during the race. At the start of the race, it was between Dadson Carbon Boy and Grass. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Grassies, it was Daz. And in the latter half of the race, we had the Grassies, Daz, and well, Cruisin', which turned into Filthy towards the end there. But yeah, always a spectacular race around Laguna Seca. There's minimal overtaking opportunities, but when the overtakes do come, they do deliver and give us some great entertainment. So yeah.
That they certainly do. It's a very historic track, this one. Got a lot of memories, a lot of history tied to it. It's one of those tracks which is very unique in its right. Very much like the Corkscrew is an iconic corner, and once again it's proved today, like, it's created some good racing action. Everyone on track today was just spectacular. Cannot fault them in any way.
Yeah, for sure. Alright. Wait, were you about to say something, Cruiser?
No.
Oh, no, but yeah,
Oh,
I
thought I heard...
off on the Corkscrew, Traveller's Corner. You can to highlight the track. Every lap, you just coming down that Corkscrew. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think that's everything we've got for today. You guys got anything more to say before we sign it off?
Just want to reiterate again, guys, if you're watching this at home, please don't be afraid to like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment if you want to, let us know if we did good, bad, or anything in between. If you want to get involved as well, we have Discord, Sector 1 Sim Racing, which should be linked in the description. Feel free to check that out if you want to get involved here. It's a quality bunch of people, and I thoroughly recommend it.
Alright, thank you very much, Muffin. Thanks, Cruiser, for joining us from the track tonight, and thank you all for watching. It's been a great race tonight, and look forward to doing it when I turned British. I mean, not British. I could turn Kiwi then. When season 6 comes around for real. So yeah, thank you everybody, and I think we'll leave it there. So thanks for coming.